Good morning, everybody. How are we today? You've got me to start with. Rose has an appointment, so she will be joining us when she gets back. Oh, hey, Amber. Hey, Gammy. Hey, Kath. Let me see who else is in here today. Good morning, Jeremy. Good morning, Sarah. Oh, excuse me. Good morning, Sarah Bryce. Yeah, be gentle this morning. My shoulder's quite sore. Rose has a couple of appointments and she'll be in as soon as that's over and done with. She shouldn't be too far away. I have a bad back, and what actually happened was we have a lot of like dirt and that from just over time on our tiles out the front of the unit. And we cleared a lot of it away, but we had to get a piece of equipment to do the rest of it. And we haven't had time to do it. And unfortunately, rain and everything else resulted in the area being really slippery. And I did a few ballet moves yesterday, which weren't good, but actually jarred my back. So it was extremely sore last night. The water's been in the tank since last Sunday, and I'll explain that in a minute. Hi, Tijuana. Basically, because it is a new tank, what needs to happen is it needs to cycle out, which means it needs to build the good bacteria up. So probably about a week away. I'm waiting for some decorations to turn up. We'll start seeing fish in there. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Gwenda. It's just the pump's really working good today, so you can actually see the movement in the water. I think the water level might have dropped just a tad. Oh, hi, Carol. Rose is fine. She just has to go and have a couple of tests done this morning, but she's fine. And I've always got a bad back. It's just a silly move, and I ended up with an extremely sore back. Excuse me, but the problem was I did it 3 or 4 more times. I nearly slipped. So I've told hubby he has to fix that up sooner rather than later. So what is everyone up to today? Oh, not good, Sarah. Yeah, you got to take it easy when you're not feeling well. I couldn't sit too much last night, so it was a matter of no live. Hey, we've got someone knocking at the door. I will have to apologise. I was off with the fairies. Good morning. Hang on.
Good morning.
I'm sorry about that. I was waiting for you to come in and I was off with the fairies. Rose, I don't know whether she explained she will be delayed.
Okay.
But you have me until she arrives back. Oh, Katrina, no good for getting the chocolate. Now, your name online is Take 10. Your actual name?
My real name is Carrie.
Kerry. Okay, which do you prefer to be referred to as?
You can call me anything. I've been called worse.
Same here. Heat doesn't work with it, Lisa. When I do something as stupid as what I did last night, I actually just have to rest it. Rest is the best thing. Hey, Pixie. Carrie is along with us today. This is the second time Rose has had me do this, unexpected at the last minute, but we get there. Carrie's going to have a talk to us about her story or her experiences with autism. So if you'd like to start, Carrie, we can take questions as they come along.
Okay. Well, I have what was referred to a long time ago as Asperger's syndrome, which is high functioning autism, is what they call it nowadays. And back when I was a kid, it was not accepted. They wanted to institutionalize you, of course. But now I got this little booger.
Oh, here, how cute.
I'm sorry.
He says, "Get me off the camera."
He has autism. He's about middle, almost, the lower side of it.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got him to where he can talk.
Awesome.
And now he won't be quiet.
Yeah, it's funny when you open up that thing with children, they don't know how to be quiet.
Oh, yeah. But we take one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Including, go put your shirt on the right way.
Including learning how to dress yourself properly.
All right, go on. Go on, buggerhead. Here, don't forget these.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We take one day at a time. I homeschool him because where I live at, it's a really small town. And they really do not have the facilities for him up here. And they wanted to stick him in special ed and kind of forget about him. And he's really smart. Thank you. Look, we can dress right. He's 8 years old. Aren't you? Are you 8?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
There's the words.
Hi, Angela. Hi, everybody. Whoever I've missed, I'm sorry. All right, go play, booger. Go play.
This is my pop.
That's a lolly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see, what would you like to know? I'm an open book. I don't mind questions. It's been a long going road trying to get him everything he needs, especially where we live.
So what resources are there available for you around where he lives? Around where you live, sorry.
None. We live in a town of, I think there's 500 people, and we're 2 hours one way to the closest town.
Oh,
that's
my
bigger.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So is there anyone else within the town that has autism, or is this something that they don't look at all?
It's something they really don't look at all. I had to go to the police station and the fire station to make sure they knew how to handle him if something would happen. Like if there was a fire in the house or something like that, so that they would know that he's not going to respond. Not to anybody. Huh. That was a fun trip. We got to play with the fire trucks.
Awesome. Kat's asked, is it a different world for him than what you remember for yourself as a child?
I see some similarities. I could barely talk. I had really bad speech impediments, really. I had really bad speech impediments, and they pretty much stuck me in special ed and forgot about me. So I see some similarities, and it took me like forever to climb out of my hole after that. I do not want that for him. He's so smart. And he's acting like a monkey right now.
He can see himself. It's a perfect opportunity to act like a monkey.
And that's what he's looking at. It doesn't matter other people are on the screen. He's doing his own thing. But as
That's
far
perfectly fine.
it is very different in the aspect that it's accepted now. I mean, I don't know what I'd be able to do if it was treated the same way as when I was a kid. Oh, thank you. He is. He's a brat head.
I think back in the day, and I look at this as my uncle was institutionalized, and I think it was never said back then. They called it retardation, which is a word that I absolutely hate. That's the only way you
despise that word.
describe it. But I feel he was probably he was on the spectrum. I feel that strongly. And he was on that low functioning. So he had to have someone with him all the time. And unfortunately, he passed away due to them leaving him alone with food, and he choked himself.
Yep.
But I feel if the resources were available back then, and
Rose.
the lovely Rose has just popped up, and good to see she's resting. I feel back then if the acceptance had have been there and they had have been able to deal with it at home, it would have ended up in very much a different situation.
It probably would have. I mean, I hate that R word. It was used on me so many times. Even when I would do something good, it was, oh, but you won't ever amount to anything because you are the R word.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
What do you mean, yeah?
Hey, everybody. Hi, Carrie. How are you, hun?
I'm good. How are you? Oh,
I'm good. Is this your little kid? Oh, hey, kitty.
We're
It's
getting
a
the cutie show
Sabian.
at the moment. He can see himself, so he loves it.
Hi.
Can you wave? Thank
Hi.
you.
So Carrie, at what point did you realize that there was a possibility that he was also on the spectrum?
You know, it's my daughter also has high functioning autism.
Mm-hmm.
She's 19 now. And then when I got pregnant with him, I just knew it. I mean, there was a high chance because of me, that he would have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I started seeing the signs a lot sooner than anybody else because, I'm really, because I know what I'm looking for, I could see it. I knew about when he was about 1. I started seeing the stimming and the craziness. He didn't like to be held. He didn't like to be cuddled. He didn't like to be kissed. Now we have it to where we can hold him and stuff. So there's that. Carol asked me, how are the schools over there? Do you get help for? The schools are pretty good. We do have specialist schools that he could go to if we lived in the bigger town. That's the biggest thing. Where we live, there's nothing. We just did the drive this morning to go get groceries. It's 2 hours each way over a mountain.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. Okay, go on, silly. Go. Go play. Get out of here.
He's so cute. Reminds me of Kinsey at the same age.
He does. He's full on like Ken's can be at times. What sort of stims did he start to develop? I know that I've got a grandson with autism, and back then, before we realised, we knew there was something there. We didn't know what it was. He used to squeal a lot. He used to, for want for a better word, flap his arms. He used to chew. I've got so many pieces of cutlery with, or utensils with chew marks in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep them because that was something he did. It's something that I can pick up and go, well, that was something that he created. So what sort of stims has your little guy here? Well, what did he have that were noticeable before even the doctors diagnosed him?
The rocking and the self-soothing. I mean, he likes to hum. He'll sit there while he's rocking. I am not a jungle gym.
Yes, you are, Mum.
Mum, of course. She's 15. She still thinks I'm her jungle gym.
Yeah.
But I noticed the rocking first and the humming. And there's a butt in my face.
Oh, that's too cool.
You're doing quite well there.
Silly.
All right, we're used to it on this channel.
It's actually a good way, even though that he's probably starting to frustrate you. I don't know. It's a good way for people to see how a child with autism that is somewhat out there.
He's interactive. He's interacting.
Yes.
Also.
Yeah, he's not withdrawn. He's out there, so they're able to see if they haven't seen one with autism, they're able to see how someone like he is able to react.
It's taken a while to get him out of his little shell because at first, like I said, he did not want to be touched or loved or tickled or anything, and now he's all over me. Oh, no. Not messy kisses. He was licking his lips. He was giving me a messy kiss. Okay, settle down. Your daddy is sleeping. Thank you.
He is a very happy boy.
He is. Oh, my goodness. No, this doesn't frustrate me. I found it frustrates other people. I'm so used to it. Like the humming and the walking around and the running. I'm used to it. I don't even hear it anymore. And somebody in the background will, well, your child's loud. And I'm like, well, not really. I don't hear it. Can't really.
I hear a cat butt.
Now the cat wants attention.
Oh, yeah. Cat has to join in as well.
Do you mind? It is not time to eat. Please take yourself. Please take yourself. Please. Go play.
What do you do for self-care, Harry?
I'm sorry, what?
What do you do for your self-care? Because that is one thing that I found that has to be afforded to us. Because we're so on the go with our children all the time, there isn't a lot of downtime for us. So what do you do other than diamond paint? What do you do for you?
I diamond paint and I take little drives and walks around the block. I let Daddy watch him and I just take a few minutes to myself, which helps out a lot. It really does. And the diamond painting, it's a calm time. He knows when I'm diamond painting that it's mommy's time and, you know, we should go play in our room.
Yeah. Diamond painting is mummy time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's my me time. It is for real. And now candle making. I make candles now.
Into that with Kenzie. It's something she's at that age where the craft is starting to interest her a little bit. And it's a matter of experimenting to see what interests she takes. A bit costly, but you know, the candles are something we're looking at doing. There's another one we're looking at doing.
Soaps is really expensive.
Yeah. I'm just looking at buying little kits to start with, just to kind of test her to see how she goes with it. And if she shows an interest, then we'll move on from there. Hi, everybody.
No, I don't want your kisses. No. Ew. Ew, boy kisses. Ah,
Oh,
that was messy.
he's
That
super
laugh's
excited.
gorgeous.
I know.
I do apologize. He's being so loud.
Oh,
No,
honey,
no,
this
never.
channel is used to Kenzie. Do not panic. This is it.
Yeah, this channel has adopted Kenzie as their own, and they're used to the squeals and the noises and the laughs and the giggles and everything
And the
else
meltdowns.
and the meltdowns. So he's fine. There's no worries.
You missed.
Count stars. What are his major interests when it comes to what he likes?
He loves cars. He can tell you anything about a car. The differential. What else do you know about cars?
No, drive.
All-wheel drive. What else? I'm talking about something he likes. He's going to pay attention right now.
I noticed it was instant silence.
Give me
Mhm.
face.
I'm going to kiss you.
I like Mustangs. Mustangs are my favorite car.
Do you like Mustangs?
What?
Do you like Mustangs?
It's okay.
It's okay.
I really like those.
What's your favorite car?
Sides and
Side by side. And
four wheels.
Yeah. What else do you like? Me? Okay. I'll accept that.
What's your favorite car?
What's your favorite car?
What color?
What favorite car do you like? Can you go show me? Go bring it to me. Those are wet kisses. Oh my goodness.
I know with Kenzie, when you get them, when you've got the interest, them talking about what they like the most. Like Kenzie, she'll get, because we get her to repeat stuff back to us. One of her favorite games is she'll come up and she'll get you to repeat back what she's saying. And normally it's the names of characters on something. Oh, what's that car?
What's that car?
This is a GMC truck.
Mm.
Is it 4-wheel?
Has 2-wheel, 4-wheel.
Has 2-wheel, 4-wheel.
2-wheel, 4-wheel. Cool. What do you like about it the most?
Check. These monster jams have diff lock always on. They have all wheel always on. All wheels front and rear.
Very cool.
Cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
What else does it do?
What else does it do? What else does it do? You can't walk that far away. There you go.
Can you tell me what else it does?
He still doesn't quite hold a conversation.
These wheels doesn't spin out. It has a drive. The trucks have axles and differential.
Okay.
The drive shaft spins and the truck moves.
Very cool.
We're learning a lot about trucks today.
What's your favorite color of the truck? What's your favorite truck? What's your favorite color truck?
Does that echo?
Not this end. Not much.
Something's got his interest there.
Oh, now he sees himself double because I have the YouTube up.
What's your favorite color, Fabian?
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is green.
Green. My husband likes green. He thinks green is the best color. I like blue.
What does Ginny like?
I like blue too.
Oh. Mommy's favorite color is purple.
That's a good color too. I know
That
Mummy
is.
purple.
He's getting better. Going from not even being able to talk last year to this is...
That's awesome.
Work, Mama. Awesome work. Do you have a favorite animal?
What's your favorite animal?
I like horses better. Than
Horses. My daughter Kenzie likes horses too. Horses and kookaburras. Do you know what a kookaburra is?
Do you know what that is? I don't even think I know what that is.
Kookaburra is a bird, and when it makes its noise, it sounds like it's laughing.
Oh, that sounds cool, huh?
Yeah.
You and Mummy will have to look up kookaburras later.
I will, and I'll have to show you and let you read the article on it, huh?
Yeah, they're from New Zealand. From New Zealand. They're from Australia.
Yep.
Mm.
Are you having fun with your teeth?
My tongue is.
Your tongue is? Okay. Yay, I love purple. I really do.
It's my second favorite color.
Stimulated now, we're going to flap.
That's all right. We can flap. This is a flappy zone. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Watch out for my camera, please. Thank you.
So Carrie, does he have any food aversions?
Oh, yes. We only eat, what do we eat? We eat pizza and we eat cheese quesadillas. We finally got him to eat scrambled eggs with cheese, of course, waffles, and pepperonis. That's all we eat.
So he's not the standard chicken nuggets and fries kid then. Well done.
No. We cannot get him to eat chicken nuggets or fries.
I wish I could get Kenzie to eat pizza because I could put anything on it, but she only eats chicken nuggets and fries.
Have you ever thought about putting chicken nuggets and fries on the pizza to see if you can get her to eat it?
Yeah.
No, that's a good idea.
Huh. Stop with the sloppy kisses. I'll beat you up. Ready?
That so much reminds me of when Rory and Kenzie play the beat you up tickle game.
Yeah.
He is a very handsome young man, Chris, and his favorite color happens to be green.
Go on, Chris. Do a Rory.
Okay, go on.
Hey, Gammy.
Hi, Gammy.
Hey, could you not smack the wall, please? Thank you. We've had our violent little things where we had to put away all the knives.
Yeah, Kenzie's holes in the wall. You understand?
Yeah, we're getting over that though, right? Where we try to hurt ourselves.
Is he on any medication?
They had prescribed him. Okay, that's enough. They had prescribed him something to make him settle down so I can teach him for longer than 10 seconds.
Is that like risperidone?
I can't remember what it's called because I don't give it to him half the time.
Kenzie's on, as she got older, we found risperidone was a big help. And she started on a very small dose. She's up to 2 mils at the moment. But it just settles, like she doesn't have too many major meltdowns. And she can concentrate for a lot longer periods of time.
That's what this stuff does. It just makes him to where he'll calm down enough so that when we do school, we don't have to take so many breaks. Because at first, when I started teaching him, we could teach him for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to give him an hour break.
Yeah. So how it was explained to me was, so you've got your average brain thing runs. I'm trying to get my ankle right, laying down. Sorry. There's like you've got a line that runs across the middle, and we're down here, and we have coffee and sugar and carbohydrates that bring our brain level up to the main peak of use. But autism kids sit up here, and it's a matter of bringing them down to that level so that we can teach them. So like with Kenzie, it was lots of spinning and bouncing. Like we had trampolines work, and she liked to spin around, and swings were great, and that helps bring her brain back down to a level where she can actually learn new techniques and skills. When we were in New Zealand, we had a tramp, and so if I wanted to, like when we were in lockdown, I'd take her out to bounce on the tramp, and then we'd come in and she'd be able to cook, like bake with me, or we'd do some art together, or something like that, and she was able to concentrate for about an hour, but then that was it, and you'd have to wait another hour, then go back and bounce again and redo the whole thing. Yeah, their brains work at a high capacity. Yeah.
So is it almost like they're on a sugar high all the time? When you look at a kid and you feed a kid a lot of chocolate, and it's the biggest thing, and you feed a grandchild chocolate and give it back to mum because they've got to deal with sugar high. So autistic children are dealing with that sugar high constantly.
Especially those that are high needs, they seem to find that that's it's a quite a common thing. Berta, we have to control her eating. That is something we do have to do. It normally comes with a fair few tantrums, and also means having locks on our cupboard.
Yeah. Otherwise, and when I've been there, Kenzie will raid the cupboards because she's constantly hungry.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that he's going to go from this extreme to the other, to where all he wants to do is eat. Because they're like, when we first found out that he was having food aversions, they're like, whatever he eats, just feed him. Feed him whatever. If he wants chocolate, feed him whatever. And I'm like, that's a double-edged sword, because when he gets older and he figures out he likes these foods, that's what he's going to go for.
We do very controlled time. What I found with Kenzie is set eating times. So like she comes home from school, she has dinner straight away. Like by 4:00, she's got her dinner. By 6:00, when I'm giving her med for the night, she's allowed a snack. So that kind of controls it a little bit. So we have set. She can eat whatever she wants to eat within limitations. But we've had to control it. Like she's not eating breakfast at the moment, but she's going to school and having like a biscuit or two at school. They've got breakfast biscuits that she eats.
Yeah.
Or they'll make her some Marmite on toast or whatever. Like it's just she's not wanting to eat at home. Like I'll make her toast and she's just not eating it. She started that when you were down, Jen, and she just now it's she doesn't eat toast except for on a weekend in the morning.
Well, she honestly realises she doesn't go to school on that, so therefore she doesn't eat that. She doesn't have her breakfast.
Yeah. So yeah.
See, he doesn't really eat breakfast.
How is he? Is he a runner? Does he like go on adventures? We call it.
I'm sorry.
Does he have a tendency to go on adventures?
Yes. They call it eloping here. He likes to elope. Keep your hands out of my face. He knows I have an aversion to my hands being in my face.
I love that laugh. I really love that laugh.
Oh, that was fun. Get your booty out of my face, Toe. We're a little wound today because we just came back from Grandma and Grandpa's house. And I know that they give him chocolate and stuff the whole time he's there.
Oh, no.
So they fill him up and then I go pick him up. He's been there since Sunday to give me kind of a break. So I had the week without him.
You're breaking up, woman.
That's one thing I do miss is I do not get breaks. I find it.
I know he's doing it.
His name's Sabian, Sarah. I did say that right, didn't I?
I'm sorry, what?
His name is Sabian?
Yes.
Yes. What does Nix call him? She has a special name for him, doesn't she?
Bubba.
Bubba, that's it.
We call him Bubba a lot. Unless he's in trouble, then his name is Lee.
So I have actually heard Nix refer to Bubba. So now I know who she's referring to.
Yep, that's Bubba. Who taught you that? That's a new skill. Yay.
What is, as a mum, I'm going to ask you two questions. Okay, so what is one of the hardest things you've found about having children with autism?
Communication. Communication is really tough sometimes. Trying to get your point to where they can understand, especially when they're not in trouble and you're just trying to get them to understand like the seriousness of something that's going on. That's the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
Mommy,
Yes.
can I watch Minecraft TV?
Not right now because I'm streaming and it'll be really loud in the computer.
How
That's
about
Buddy's hand.
how about Wild?
Okay, if you mute it, you can watch it, okay?
I like his manners.
We had to work hard for those.
I understand. What is one of the biggest blessings that you have being a mum to children with autism?
Learning patience.
Oh, yeah.
Learning.
That we learn fast.
Oh. Everybody's like, you're so patient. And I'm like, I'm not always patient. I am human. I am not the best thing on the planet.
Yeah. I understand.
But I think that goes for every parent, whether it's a child with autism or a child that's I don't like that word, but normal. In this circumstance, I think that goes for parents, but I think those parents with kids with autism learn patience a lot quicker, to be honest.
I think we have to. I think we have to learn it in such a way and very quickly because our children need us to be patient with them. I mean, I'm like you, Kerry. There are times when I'm not patient and I'm tired or I'm sore or I'm just plain exhausted. And even with my health right now, it's really, Kenzie's actually surprised me. She knows I'm sick. She knows something's going on. I can't explain it to her because she won't understand. But like yesterday, she was having a meltdown. You could see it coming because she's hormonal and it's that time of the month coming, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so she gets a little bit grumpy and a little bit more having massive meltdowns. So she came to me and had it out here with me rather than have it in her room. And then she snuggled up with me while I give her deep pressure hugs when she has one. And so she kept trying to grab my hand. And I said no, because she likes to bang her head with it.
Mm-hmm.
That hurts. And I said to her, no, mummy, you can have cuddle though. So once she got to a point where she was calm enough and we could give her some Panadol because she was sore. And then she was fine. Like she laid on the couch with me and gave me a snuggle and even got an I love you, just random. And then she was fine. But yeah, I think it's the communication is the hardest because they can't tell us how they feel. They can't tell us if they're sore or sad or happy. You know, we've got to read the cues a lot quicker and a lot more than an average parent would.
I know a lot of his frustration is not being able to communicate with me what he needs.
Yeah.
And it turns into a frustration, and then it turns into a meltdown, or him hurting himself or trying to hurt me.
Yeah.
And I know it's just frustration most of the time.
And it's very hard to work through. And it's like Jenny will tell you, I do elimination. Like I sit there and go, okay, she's not due for her period. She's maybe she's got a headache, or something's not working on her phone or a tablet for the way she wants it. And most of the time, I'll sit there and let her self-regulate, because I think that's important, that she learns how to self-regulate. But there it gets to a point where she can't. That's when you see me go. Like, it's like,
You'll almost see Rose, and I've watched it when I've been down there, is she'll sit there and she'll listen, and you'll go, okay, she's going to go. And I think she's going to flip her shit. But a lot of the time, Rose will sit there and listen, and she'll go, nah, she's all right. And 2 seconds later, Kenzie will bring herself down. But yet she can also determine whether that's going to escalate into something much bigger.
Linda, she does to a point. Like, she actually copes with her periods very well. The fact that she's in pull-ups is kind of a blessing for that particular thing. The hardest part about that each month is the pain that comes with it. She doesn't comprehend why she's hurting. She kind of associates the two together, but she doesn't understand why. She doesn't understand, like with the older girls, we were able to sit down and break down, this is a woman's cycle, this is why it happens, this is how, this is day one, and how to work out when you're due and when you're ovulate. Like, I did all that with the older girls. But with Kenzie, I can't do that because she just won't comprehend it. But in her school in New Zealand, she had a class, they had a special class for the girls that talked about puberty and getting breasts and periods and stuff, and it was actually done by someone who was trained to do that, and I think that helped a lot of the understanding. We normally have about a week of constant Pamo at night or Nurofen at night, and that's where we are right now. Like, she's due any day, so, and as long as we keep up on it, she's normally pretty good.
I couldn't imagine if he was a girl and having to, I couldn't imagine, because with my daughter, because she was so high functioning, I just explained it to her and she understood.
Yeah.
But explaining to him, it would, I don't know how you did it.
I sought the professional help because I had I was really, really scared as a mum on how I was going to get through this with her. And I mean, we looked at, like, they offered us sterilization, as in full hysterectomy. I was like, I'm not going to put my child through that if I don't have to, kind of, now as she gets older, and she's such a pretty thing, we are looking down the road of, in the next year or two, of long-term contraception, but not necessarily taking everything out, but looking at maybe having a Mirena put in, because she can't take the pill. She won't like the jabs every month, so that can't happen. So just looking at ways that we can make sure she doesn't end up with a baby. Because she is going to have sex eventually. I am very much aware that, she humps things. She knows how to self-pleasure herself. And so I know that that's going to happen, especially in a special needs environment. But I'd rather make sure that no oopsies happen, because it's not her that's going to have to raise that oopsie. It'll be me.
Yeah.
And I don't think she would be able to cope with being pregnant or giving birth. So it's something I don't want to put her through. And as much as I know there are people out there who are against abortion, if she did end up pregnant, it is something that I would actually get done for her, because her body won't cope with it. She won't understand it. And it's not fair to her.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know how she's going to be in 10, 15 years' time. And that's why I won't look at a full hysterectomy or like permanent sterilization. But I will look at making sure that pregnancy is one of those things that are very hard to happen. And that's the reality of having a girl with high needs autism. That's exactly what it's, that is a reality of it. And it scared the freaking freaked me out, like when I first started thinking about it. And then, but now it is what it is, and we've just got to deal with it. And yeah,
I can imagine. Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's a different kettle of fish. It really is, and you know,
I mean,
and as the older she gets, the more scarier it gets.
The biggest thing we're having a problem with him understanding is walking up to girls and grabbing breasts or slapping them on their butts in stores. He just doesn't understand that that's not okay.
Yeah.
In fact, when I went to pick up my mom, he walked up to her and went, "Booby." And I was like, "Oh, no."
Oh.
That's
Yeah, Amber, I have a Marina for my PCOS, and it's been a godsend. I haven't had a period in 7 years. I still deal with them because I have to monitor Kenzie's, and we keep a very strict calendar. No, thanks, Chris. Yes, I just take it one day at a time. It is what it is. At the moment, I'm having my own health scares and stuff, so you know, you just got to look after ourselves as well.
And every day is so different from the last.
Yes, yeah. You can have the same routine and it can still be a different day.
Something might pop up that doesn't pop up before. Like the knife thing just popped up one day. I woke up and all my furniture was stabbed. That could have been so much worse. He was mad at me. That's why it happened. Because I wouldn't let him have something that he wanted. And I woke up the next day and all my furniture was stabbed. That could have been bad.
Mm.
And he never showed anything like that before. And then one day it was there. And then a few days later, we forgot all about that happening.
Yeah. Kenzie's self-harming is more along the lines of she will bang her head on anything that's hard because her stress, her anxiety starts in here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how she's found that, you know, there's a pressure point in there for anxious people. Like I use it all the time. You'll see me when I'm feeling really, really stressed and I'm having a panic attack, I will rub my own forehead. And she does the same thing. I actually learned it from her, not her from me, which was kind of interesting.
So toilet training was fun.
What was your secret? Please tell me. 15 years of diapers, I'm ready to finish
now
it.
Fully potty trained, if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
We got him to where he kind of liked going on the toilet, but we were still having accidents. And then we would hide it by peeing in the corner. That was wonderful. And then we hid that we wet the bed by tearing up our bed every day. It took a while for him to understand that the toilet is where we go. And even still, like the other day, he went in the cat box.
So with the bed wetting, like one of the problems that I have with that is the smell. Like I've got plastic on the bed. I change the bedding regularly, and I still get that urine smell in a room. And there is just, I don't know how to combat it. Like I'm looking at rewashable bedding pads to go on her bed as well that I can take off every day and chuck in the washing machine.
Oh,
but
it's good.
Yeah, it's just because she's such a heavy wetter too. You know, it's very rare that we have a dry night. The other night she took her nappy off in the night, did not wet at all. I raced her to the toilet. She didn't do anything, but I still raced her to the toilet. But yeah, that's a rarity.
He used to like to take his we had him in bedtimes so that when he went to bed at night, you know, it wouldn't mess up the bed.
Yeah, we have Kenzie's at pull-ups.
Fill it up and rip it open and play with the stuff inside. Yeah.
We had that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the poop smearing, that's always fun.
That happens whether they're autistic or whether they're not. That my son did that.
And there's nothing quite as lovely as waking up in the morning and there's poop on the ceiling. Just, you know, I don't know.
I have another friend who's going through that at the moment. And she's like, how do you keep up with it? I said, you just have to clean it every day. They eventually stop. It eventually becomes less of a fascination.
It seems like the more attention you give it, the more he'll do it, though.
Yeah. Kenzie was the same. And we stopped we stopped focusing on the bad behavior and started rewarding the good behavior.
Yep.
And that was when we noticed things have started to change. And we're using the same technique at the moment with her, because we've had a little bit of bad behavior with holes in the wall and that. And we actually haven't had any, like, she's hit the door in her wardrobe once. And since then we haven't had anything.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had anything like that. Thank goodness. Were you eating in my living room?
What?
Did you make a mess?
What advice would you give to someone whose child has just been diagnosed?
Take one day at a time. It's not the end of the world. There are so many different forms and so many different ways that they can go from it. It's not the end of the world, and take one day at a time. I wouldn't change anything about him. I mean, people ask me constantly if I could go back and change that he has autism, would I? No, it's who he is.
Yeah. If they came up with a cure tomorrow, like, this is something that I get asked a lot. If they gave a cure tomorrow, would you let Kenzie have it? And I said to them, it would depend. There's a lot of factors that have to be taken into consideration. Like, is it going to change her personality?
Mm-hmm.
Is she no longer going to be the person that we all love and know? Because if they can't guarantee me that 100%, that would never happen. It'll be just no.
Yeah, I mean, I love him the way he is. And that's the bottom line. I mean, of course, I love all my kids the way they are. I have four kids, so
yeah.
I wouldn't want anything different, because it's teaching me a lot too.
Yeah,
and it
teaches us so much, doesn't it?
It does. It's just, and I'm his advocate. I'm the one who stands up for him and says, this isn't right, this is right. And you will not do this, and this is not going to happen. I don't care.
Yeah, we learn to swear like sailors when we need to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask you something. What was I going to ask you? No, it's gone. You have to excuse me. I've had a test done today that was actually radioactive. I had to take a radioactive pill. That was fun.
Oh, I hate those.
So if you turn off the light, you're going to glow in the dark?
Oh, it was really, and I had to blow into a bag. So it's like very weird.
You're a mess.
They just wanted to see if you were.
You're a mess.
I think they're at this point they're trying to find out whether I've got a heart. Oh, and I've got a heart because I saw that the other day. But they're trying to find out if I'm human.
When I started getting migraines really bad. I have a mass behind my right eye.
Yeah.
I kept telling them they were trying to see if I had a brain anymore, or if the hamster died.
Do you have the pain threshing ones, or do you have auras? Because I know that I'm not blaming Kenzie at all. Please don't think that, people. But since I've had Kenzie, I've had aura migraines where I lose my vision.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are not going to stand up on me.
There's something that people need to understand too is the stress levels of being a parent, of a normal parent, are high. But they've done studies, and I have actually read the studies where they've compared the stress levels of a parent with a child on the spectrum, and especially a high needs child, with war veterans and their PTSD. And so they started actually figuring out that we actually are PTSD survivors because we deal with a lot of stress. And it's one thing that's actually helped me. I'm having what they call a PTSD flare at the moment, which is what's causing all my issues. But it's little things can set us off. And I think once we know how to look after ourselves, it helps us to look after our children better. And I think that is something we often forget to do as special parents. We forget that we've got to do the self-care.
Yeah.
We've got to look after our mental health, because we're dealing constantly on alert. And like I don't know about you. For me, mental health wise, I've got a life counselor. I've started journaling recently again. I'm having to take up meditation because I've been ordered to by my doctor. But what do you do for your mental health? We all diamond paint. We all have our little stuff. But do you have a counselor that you can talk to for your mental health?
No, I do not. They don't provide any of that over here. You're pretty much on your own.
Yeah.
You have to just deal with it, I suppose. But especially the butt to the face, you have to deal with that too.
I used to get butts in my face.
Yeah,
I find it sad for you guys, because like America's meant to be such a forward country, yet they're very behind in a lot of the things that us down under in New Zealand and Australia are being provided.
Yeah.
As parents, which is really sad, because we matter too, and we're part of the equation. No, we don't live with autism like they do, but we're the ones that help them all the time.
Okay, child. See, this is why I call you my monkey. Because you're climbing all over me. Like I'm a tree. Do I look like a tree? Do I smell like a tree?
Does he like animal sounds?
Do you like animal sounds? Can you make them? What does a monkey
Can you tell me what a cow does?
What does a cow do?
Moo.
Moo. That was so enthusiastic there.
Yeah. What about a lion? What does a lion do? Do you know what a lion does? He goes.
Oh, Mom. That's what he wants. He wants tickled.
That's my boob.
Excuse me. Okay, you have to get down. That's starting to hurt.
How's his sleeping?
Sleep. We sleep. Do we sleep? He sleeps maybe 2 hours, if I'm lucky. A night, if I'm really, really lucky. And that's with melatonin and anything else.
I will count my blessings that we get at least 5 or 6.
Yeah, I get
sometimes, yeah.
I get maybe an hour or 2 when he decides to go down, and then he's right back up. Plus, because he likes to elope and he likes to play with sharp objects, one of us has to be awake with him 24 hours. Or not with him, but awake 24 hours a day, just in case he wakes up.
And how is that? Because I know we've been down that, and I know it takes its toll. How has that affected your marriage, if at all?
I think I'm really lucky with who I'm married to, because he has done his hardest to understand what's going on.
Yeah. And that's always important.
Yeah. So I think in a lot of ways it brought us a bit closer. Excuse me. What was that about?
The handle hit my nose.
Well, does that mean we need to hit something because of that?
The cases.
Do you need it kissed? I'll kiss your nose. It's a little button nose. I like your nose. All right, go on. Go play without hurting yourself or anything else.
If you need to go at any stage, Carrie, you just let us know.
I know he's getting rambunctious.
Yeah. I know the signs. That's why I said it.
He's starting to
I
to the point.
I don't want you getting anxious over it. you need to go, you could just let us know.
So far, he's doing okay, I guess.
I guess.
Oh, guess. Oh, do not spit on me, please.
I can see the sensory levels rising.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Yeah.
He's way up there.
Those are two good questions, Tessa. Tessa's
Sure.
asking, does he feel pain? How is he with pain? And does he like haircuts?
Usually, if he's still in pain, he will give pain. Like, if he hurts himself, he will hit, scream, punch, whatever he can. Usually me.
Sorry, we're going for a little walk, guys. Just keep talking.
Stop. And he does like haircuts, but it makes him really anxious and overstimulated. So that's another thing. I haven't taken him to the dentist yet because I haven't found a dentist that will work on his teeth because of his autism. They just turn us away. They're like, no.
I just got told I had a passport. So I'm just checking. Sorry, guys.
To me, that's bad that no one there is willing to work with these kids.
It is. And I'm lucky I found the doctor I did for him. She's really good. And she really understands what's going on with him other than just wanting to go wipe off your mouth. That's gross. Other than wanting to medicate him for everything. That's my only problem with her. Oh, he doesn't sleep. Let's give him sleeping pills. Oh, he doesn't. He's too hyper. Let's make him a zombie type of thing. And I don't like that. But that's the only problem I have with her. But as far as dentist and eye doctor and stuff like that, I can't find anybody. Haircuts we do them at home because nobody will cut his hair.
We've got, I know in New Zealand, I haven't found one here, but I do know there is some hairdressers that are trained specifically, guys, go get my breath, to cut the hair of children who are on the spectrum, as well as adults. But they're very hard to find. They're very rare.
It is very hard.
Kenzie hates her hair cut. She hates it washed, or she's actually got better with it washing. She hates it brushed. And at the moment, it's the longest it's been in a while. And she's just getting to that point where she's not going to be able to tolerate it, and I'm going to have to take her in to get a haircut. But her sister in New Zealand's a qualified hairdresser, and she used to be the one that used to cut Kenzie's hair, which was easy.
What it might pay you to do, Rose, is to go onto the community boards for your area on Facebook and ask if anyone knows of a hairdresser that is experienced with dealing with.
We had one person lined up, and then because of the vaccine rules, with the COVID vaccine rules, she had to shut down her whole entire business. She wasn't vaccinated. And it was actually, I was quite, in a way, I was sad for her, don't get me wrong, but I was also relieved because I just really wanted, we have a rule in the house until Kenzie's vaccinated, that people who weren't vaccinated couldn't visit.
I want to play.
Yes, but you're going to have to wait a few minutes. I want $1 million.
So Chris is asking, does he have any sensory issues like to sounds or anything like that?
Yes, he does. We don't like sirens.
Can I play it in your Xbox?
Not right now, baby.
I want it.
Okay. Stop. Serious. Do you need to act like this?
I just need to play.
Yes, but I am busy right now. So what do we do?
Please do it right now, because
Don't work like that. We don't like sirens. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
He loves loud music, which doesn't make any sense to me. The beat of it. He loves the beat. And if he can feel the beat, it's even better. Lights, if they're flashing, he will immediately go into a stimming and oversensory. Thank you. Sorry, a little thirsty.
It's okay. Yeah, do you like? I know Kenzie doesn't like a lot of loud noise. She ironically doesn't like loud music, which is rough for me because I like my music loud. But for someone who doesn't like loud noise, she makes the most in the house.
I know, right?
Heck yeah.
I know. You're like, if you don't like those sounds, why are you so loud?
Yeah, it's like you hit higher pitches. Like Kenzie can hit this perfect high C and hold it. And it's like, girl, you complain because I've got my music at that level. Come on, Goober. Don't worry about the cat. Come on. Oh, all right, sit down there. Cola.
No. I love animals. Animals and kids.
How is he with animals?
He ignores the dog. He'll kind of play with the cat. Of course, my dog is really old, so that's probably why. Yes, he had to come up and say hi. Oh, that's some doggy breath. But he pretty much ignores the dog. He had a puppy, and the problem is he plays with them so rough that they get snippy with him to where they'll bite him and stuff, and we have to end up getting rid of the puppy because they'll actually turn aggressive on him. And
I've actually been really surprised with Cola because Kenzie can, she'll push her away when she's had enough kind of thing. But Cola's very, very patient with her, and she's not been around too many kids in her life. But with Kenzie, she's just absolutely like,
yes, he is constantly on the move. He does not stop until bedtime. We will pace, we will jump up and down. It's like this all the time. It's like a constant go, and then the house got quiet. What happened? Oh, he's asleep.
When they're quiet, you worry. You're like, where are they? What are they up to? What have they done? Have they run? Have they got out of the house? Have they? It's when they're alone.
They got quiet, and I'm like, oh, they're playing quietly. That's nice. He gets quiet. I start looking.
Yeah,
I really do.
We're fortunate here. Like we've got safety screens on all the windows, and so she can't get out, which is great. But we also have fences that she can't climb.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole backyard is completely secure, and we can leave I can leave the back door open, and she'll come and go. Like when she's home, she can go outside and draw around the concrete, or she can, sit out in the sun, and which she really likes doing in summer. But yeah, out the front, I've got her to the point where she can walk from the house to the car and not take off. And then, but anything past that, we have a tether, so a wrist tether, so it connects to my wrist and it connects to her wrist. She has 2 meters that she can walk with, but she can't take off. Like she knows that that's her restraint. That's her safety and keep her safe.
In the backyard, we have privacy fence all the way around that we have padlocks on because he can figure out anything. So we ended up putting the padlocks that you actually need the key. We started with combinations, and he would figure them out every single time.
See, we're looking at locks for the cupboard with because Jenny was at our house at the time. I said, "Oh no!"
I told you it would happen. And what actually happened was Rose was laying down, and they put locks on that you pull it. It's like a zip tie. So you pull it, and you have to push buttons and move clips to unlock it. Well, the first time I had to open that when Miss Kenzie was around was she wanted something out of the cupboard, and Rose was laying down. I said, go into your room and I will grab it for you. No, she was intent. She wanted to watch me open the cupboard, but she wasn't watching me so much as watching what the hands were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Intently watching how my hands worked the lock. And no matter how hard I tried to hide what I was doing, she was able to figure it out.
Yep,
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
She actually
Yeah.
hasn't got into it since that day.
We had doggy gates and locks on doors and everything, and he'd figure them out within a day.
Yeah. We have a deadbolt on the front door because if we don't, she'd get out. It's double locked. The back door we leave open as much as possible because fresh air and, you know.
That's my back door is open right now.
Mm.
Since it's secure back there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your house is secure. She couldn't get out of that.
I also have it to where one of the places I took him when we moved here was the park.
Mm.
Because I know if he leaves this house and leaves this lot, he'll end up at that park. He loves that park. It's going to work for a while anyway.
The magnetic door locks, you have to slide a magnet over them to open them for the foster kids when I got food in. We've looked at those. There's one, we've been looking at our locks because keeping Kenzie from overeating is for her health. So having actually locks on the food cupboards is important. And there is one that I have found, and we just want it because we want to get.
The biggest problem with that, Rose, is because she is so tall and because you've got to hide the actual, and I know exactly what Jeremy's talking about, because you've got to hide that actual magnetic key. You've got to figure out a place to hide that where little Miss Sneaky is not going to watch you, figure out where it is, and then go and use it. Because she's that sneaky, she would do that.
Yep.
We've
She
actually
figures
found
things out
one.
very quickly.
We've found one that we want to try, but it's about $40, so it's a little bit more expensive. But it's like a combination key. There's like 3 different parts to it. So to get into the cupboard would take 3 things. And we are looking into that one. I've done a bit of research on it. It's come highly recommended from other mums who've used it who have the same issue.
But the way you got to sort of think about it there too is you're saying it's expensive, a little bit expensive at $40. But if you're going to try something, try that rather than going on other things that are cheaper. But she's a smart cookie. She's going to figure that out very, very quickly.
Well, it's on next pay cycle.
Night, Sarah.
Budget to get at this pay budget. I don't know, there's 2 people have got birthdays coming up that kind of broke my budget this week.
Those darn birthdays, I don't know. But the problem is if she can't get into the cupboard, she's going to get into the freezer and clear the bread out of the frozen bread.
Is my sandwich, which is frozen bread.
I don't know how she can do it, but
I don't know. Put anything on it. She doesn't do anything. She just eats it frozen. It's like
my son loves bread.
Yeah, it's one thing. Most kids on the spectrum seem to have a high carb tolerance. They love carb.
No, Chris, I don't know who that could be.
So, which reminds me, people who I haven't been in touch with recently about Jenny's birthday, can you please PM me? She knows something's happening, but she's not allowed to know what. So
They're being sneaky.
We are being sneaky.
So somebody's having a birthday. I had mine last month, so.
Oh, happy birthday for last month. Mine's coming up.
Happy belated birthday.
I'm not looking forward to the payback that I know is going to come.
Yeah, just.
Apparently there is.
Oh.
And the instructions that I have been given is what scares me. She said, make sure your DP's not on your desk when you open the box. That terrifies me. The thing that comes to my mind is glitter.
Oh no.
And believe you me, if this involves glitter for those that are involved, revenge will come.
I'm not saying a word. All will be revealed. And it'll be what? Just over a week, 2 weeks?
Hang on. I'm feeling really old because I know it's coming up. It is one. Holy shit, woman. 2 weeks today.
Yeah. So all will be revealed sometime between the 7th and the 10th, which is your birthday. So like I said, all will be revealed. The only thing we've asked is it be opened up on a live the same day you get it. That's the only instructions she's got.
That's okay. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Chris. She knows I can get revenge.
But the thing is, guys, you're all in on this with me. Just saying. I am not alone in this one.
I know nothing about it. I'm innocent. See my yellow.
Carrie can say she's innocent. Yes, she can actually say she's innocent. I have to announce something. I had to put something here because I haven't been able to get in touch with everyone. So I let Jenny know that something was coming. She doesn't know what. She has no idea what. All she knows is a box will be arriving and she has to open it on a live. And yet, Chris, being the operative word. It's a glitter bomb. But I haven't been, some of you don't come into the room, so I haven't been able to talk to you guys. So if you guys wish to be a part of this, please message me and I'll give you details.
Just remember, some of you live in Australia.
Yes, and some of us have birthdays a month later.
That means I'm safe.
That's okay. We can handle it. What are sisters for?
So we had to drive to the big town this morning. It was 28 degrees when we left here. Let's see. I don't even know what that would be. Hold on.
I'm seeing the messages come in, guys. I will PM you after the live.
Let's see. It was 28, so it would be -2.
Oh, yes. So how does he cope with crowds?
When we got home, it was 84, which is 28 degrees Celsius. That was the difference in the weather today. We live in what's called a high plain desert. We're up in the mountains, but it's a desert area. So it gets really cold at night and really hot during the day.
Oh. So how does he cope with crowds of people?
Him? He gets overstimulated really easily.
Do you find, have you tried noise cancelling headphones?
I was thinking about trying those because, well, you heard him say he wants to go watch monster trucks. And that's a big crowd of people. We can't even really go to Walmart because he'll get overstimulated and have a meltdown. And
the headphones work amazing. I can, from my experience, Kenzie does not have them on her head. Like, she has them on all the time, but it's good for her. Like, she blocks out sounds that she doesn't want. She still can hear me. She can still hear certain things, but because what happens is, like, we hear a lot of noise and we hear it like a big mess. But they actually hear a whole lot of noise and they can break down every single noise.
Yep.
And it's a lot of information going in. And so their brains work overtime. So the noise cancelling just muffles that enough that they aren't bothered. Like, we went into Melbourne Central when Jenny was down for the first time ever for both of us. We'd both just recovered from COVID. And she
actually coped really well. I don't know how Rose coped, but she coped really well.
I don't do big crowds either. I'm not on the spectrum, but and I have been tested, but I'm not on the spectrum. But I have agoraphobia, or agoraphobia, or however you want to pronounce it, where I don't like to leave the house much. So I can leave the house, but when there's lots of people, I struggle. And there were just people coming at me in all directions. And if it wasn't for the reason why we were going there, I don't think I would have handled it as well as I did.
It was even the fact of how you had to drive in Melbourne, and I'd totally forgotten about it. And I thought, she's going to freak. When you had to do the
I
hook
don't
turn.
do crowds, and I don't do people very well.
I did my first hook turn. This is like, what the fuck?
No, she was. There was a prize at the end of that. Was well worth her going in there.
Yeah, my little beastie, which is
Yep.
actually sitting right there at the moment. Yeah, we were going in for a work laptop for me to work on. Oh, excuse me, hang on. Oh, art on, and yeah, it was very,
which Miss Kenzie has tried to get into as well. Fortunately,
only once. Only
We're close
once.
to Nevada, but not Nevada. I live in Colorado, about 15 miles away from Utah.
So another product that I've found that's helped with meltdowns, and ironically, I've just got some being delivered for my own PTSD at the moment, is a liquid form thing called Rescue Remedy.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I used it with Kenzie. I'm just waiting for a reminder. He's just saying they're approaching, so I'm just they always miss my house. They're weird. It's a natural product, but it's safe enough to use on like children, animals. I've used it on Cola for her anxiety and stuff. And yeah, I'll just sit here so I can see him come in, because they always are weird about leaving stuff on my doorstep. Sorry, I'm trying not to flash everybody. I'm half in jammies.
You have every right to be. You went through an ordeal this morning.
Yeah. And it's the long COVID's been kicking my ass, but apparently I've finally got a doctor who actually listened to me last night, and he explained everything. And he said what the problem is at the moment for me is come on then. My PTSD has flared up with Kenzie having COVID and me having COVID, and trying to keep Rory from getting it. And all, like, talking about Kenzie's story also triggered a whole lot of stuff as well. Come here. Good girl. Oh, just this. Look.
That's awesome.
Oh, you're a goof.
That's such.
It's got to be where Mama is, don't you?
Always. Mine's never far away.
No.
We have her so trained. We moved into this house, and we have the back door open constantly because we have that fenced yard. And we have her so trained, she won't go out that back door without one of us telling her to.
Oh, that's good. She had this one. Like, seriously.
You're a goof.
Oh my gosh.
What
Look at those eyes.
Miss Cola.
Was meant to get a groom last week, but the owner, the groomer that comes around to groom her, her son got exposed to COVID. So she's booked in for the 6th. No, 1st. So next week she's
talking about you. Like, do you want your 2 minutes of fame? Let's see.
Hi, baby.
There you are.
Oh.
She's 17 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Huh. Yeah, oh girl. Oh, that was a smile. Thank you. Oh, you got some doggy breath going.
Yeah, someone else. Oh, I know why I'm being hounded. Someone hasn't had a jerky this morning.
Oh, you got some breath going.
Mom.
Did I mention jerky? Is that what you're wanting? Do you want your
Excuse me for a second, please.
You're all right, love.
Back.
Do you want your jerky? Do you want jerky? Should we go get your jerky? Come on then. Let's go get your jerky. Come on, let's go get your jerky. No, we're not going to get Kenzie. We're going to go get jerky. Let's go to the kitchen.
She wants to go on a car ride, Mum.
She's already been for a car ride this morning. She's wanting.
If it's not kids, it's animals.
There's always something going on.
Oh yeah, she gets a jerky piece every morning. It's just
She won't eat jerky anymore. Mine won't.
These are soft enough. Are you sitting? Are you a good girl? Can I have a shake?
We had a scare with her because she was she'd be
go.
walking and her hips would collapse.
Oh no.
And you know, she's 17 years old, so she's been around. Plus, she was abused before we got her, and she still has seizures from it. So we were worried that, you know, they were going to want us to put her down, which would have destroyed me. We've had her all 17 years, and they give her arthritis medicine. That's all they did.
All right. Wow, did you inhale that jerky?
You're frozen, Rose.
You are.
Oh, yes, sorry. I'm down at the thing. Just wait. Just wait. Wait. Thank you. Just leave it there. Thank you. Yes, someone's at the door. It's not for you. He's just got to take a photo of it. Thank you. Stay, Paula. Stay. What? Stay. Not for you.
Okay.
Not for you either, Cat. So now I can show you guys what this is. So this is, yeah, it's something I picked up in New Zealand when all the years I've been dealing with anxiety. So if any of you are anxious, and it's a natural product, so it's comes in a little. Where's the light? Where's the light? There's the light. So it combines 5 of the original flower remedies discovered by Dr. Bach in the 30s. So it's got rock rose, impatiens, clematis, star of Bethlehem, and cherry plum. It's been traditionally used to relieve symptoms of stress and anxiety, nervous tension, and to calm nerves. And you just place 4 drops directly onto the tongue or add 4 drops to water and sip at intervals. So I normally put it in Kenzie's water and she can't taste it. But I've been told my doctor actually last night recommended that I try it when I have my chest pains like I have now, which I'm really glad it's turned up for. But yeah. Yeah, they're really, really good here.
Go put on another shirt. You're all sweaty. It's like 80 some degrees in here.
Put that down there. Sorry, guys.
I might have to look into that.
It's really, really, like, Cola's a very anxious dog. And I find it helps her. Like, I just put a couple of drops in her water bowl. And she'll just drink it from there. And it just has helped her when I have to go out. And I know I'm going to be gone for a little while. And she can't come with me. She doesn't like being left alone. She always panics. But I ran out.
You can get rescue remedy drops from Chemist Warehouse and places like that.
Yeah, that's just where I got it from. Yeah. So I just ordered it from Chemist Warehouse. It's literally ordered it this morning. And it's been delivered this morning. So.
Ow. Well, my knee bends that way now.
And you can use it. Just repeat it as necessary. So you can use it as often as you like.
Yeah, it's something that's not just available in the one place.
Yeah.
I wonder if we have anything like that up here. I might have to look into it. I told you to stop.
Yeah.
But
It comes in a little bottle, just like this. Oh, you can buy bigger bottles. This is the one I'm going to put in my purse. I'll buy a bigger bottle next fortnight. And I'll just empty that out so I don't spill it everywhere. Nice little glass dropper. And this is, I got just a purse size so I can take it with me. People don't, it can fit in my wallet and people don't know I've got it. And if I need it while I'm out and about.
Get down, please. Savian.
But yeah, the doctor thinks that my chest pains are panic attacks, so that I actually don't know I'm having. So
Yeah.
Which will make sense for when I went to Woolworths the other day. Yeah, so I'm just going to try it out because I know it works for it. So
take off your shirt. You're all naked.
now I'm not racing you off, but I do want to, before everyone, because we sign off in half an hour, so you can stick around for the last half an hour. I wanted to thank you very much, Kerry, for coming on, and thank you for sharing Sabian with us, Mr. Bubba, and just telling some of your story, and that I know that sometimes that can be triggering. So please be nice to yourself today.
I'm going to relax all night. Huh? Yeah. I'm going to relax tonight. Thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
Oh look, we'll have to have you on for a whip and chat sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that.
That'd be lovely.
I know I get quiet sometimes, but I'm thinking and stuff and reflecting. I'm in pain.
I understand.
You are a bony child.
Michael's silly for meditation. I'll have to look up that, Stacey, because he wants me to meditate at night. So they're just trying to get me to relax. Apparently, I've got too stressed lately.
Imagine. I don't know why.
I don't know either. It's not like we have busy lives at all, is it, Jen?
Oh no. Doctor says don't stress.
Yeah, I was talking to the receptionist today, and because she got my notes to look through this morning, and she goes, "Does he know you?" I was like, I know.
You've got an autistic child, you run a business, you run a house, you look after hubby, and maybe you get 5 minutes to rest. So
it's being forced at the moment. So
oh crap.
You just moved your back the wrong way.
No, I've got bursitis in my shoulders and one shoulder's flared up.
See, people getting old sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, it does.
Rose,
considering a physiotherapist told me that the reason I had bursitis was because of my age, and I nearly told him to off.
Well, that was like the first doctor I saw about my chest pains, because I'm not a small person by any means, but I've been losing weight. But the first doctor, yeah, he said to me, he goes, "You're having chest pains after COVID because you're obese."
Oh, my favorite was I have fibromyalgia, and I have disintegrative disc disease in my back.
Ouch.
And if I lose weight, I'll stop being in pain.
So what happens when we lose this weight and we still have the same problems? My hive flare, my CIU, is very similar because it's a mast cell issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to fibro. It's not the same, but it is the pain and the flare-ups are very similar. So, honey, I so know how you feel.
Favorite one. You're in pain because you're fat. I'm like, have you ever been in pain? Or the pain management that they offered her, you gotta like beg to get any medication to help you with the pain. They tell you, well, we'll send you to a pain management therapist, I think is what they're called. And they'll be able to tell you how to deal with your pain without any medication. Have they ever been in pain?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can remember being involved in a car accident when I was with my first husband. And I was taken to hospital because I had seatbelt marks, seatbelt burns and everything. And I get into hospital there and they're trying to take blood. Now, when it comes to taking blood, it's like my veins detect the needles coming towards them and they shut up. They shut up shop. I need something to pump the veins up. Well, this moronic doctor has tried in both my wrists or both my arms, both my ankles, and then took the blood out of my groin.
Mm.
The most painful place to have it taken out of. And he said to me, next time you decide to come to hospital, lose weight.
I would punch somebody.
I was
Yeah, I
in
would
so
too.
much. If I had been in my right mind, I think I would have got up and punched him, because the nurse come in afterwards and she says, you are not going to believe this. She said, but he has screwed up the blood taking and I've got to take it again.
Mm.
And she took it straight out of my vein in my arm. But he was rude enough to say, if you decide to come to hospital
I'll be
again,
back. I've got
I
a phone
really
call, guys.
decided to come to hospital.
I don't understand. And you see, I used to weigh 372 pounds. So I've lost a lot of weight. And it hasn't changed anything. I mean, I'm not skinny by any means. And I know this, but give me some.
Hey, when we get older, when none of us are skinny by any means, and we are who we are, and that's how people need to accept us. Tess is asking how Sabian is with clothes.
He doesn't like clothes. If he could run around butt naked, he would. In fact, I've caught him a few times. Yeah. No, he doesn't really like clothes. He will not sleep with underwear on. So what I started doing is just having him wear shorts. That way, at least he's kind of covered.
You don't get a shock in the middle.
Yeah, I tell him I don't want to see his dangly bits. And that seems to be working right now. The shorts are kind of working. But if he could run around naked, he would.
But some doctors and physios and that seem to think that the easy answer is because you're big.
Yeah, and it's not. My disc is not going to get better in my back because I lose weight. That's going to be there forever. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I've got scoliosis in my spine from an accident I had. That wasn't the cause of it, but that certainly is not helping. I hit my spine years ago, and the doctor at the time, I went down and they said to me that if it hurts, lay on a hard surface.
Really?
Yeah.
It just gets me. The disintegrative disc disease, they didn't even find that until I was carrying my son down some stairs and I fell. And I slipped 3 discs in my back.
Ouch.
He was fine. I made sure he was fine, but I took the run of it.
That's a problem when we do take falls and things like that, especially if we've got young ones in our arms. We tend to brace the body because we know it's going to hurt us.
Oh, yeah.
But it can hurt us, but let's protect the little ones.
Yeah, he was all giggly and happy at the bottom of the stairs, and I'm laying there in a crumpled mess going, ow! And that's when they found that I had disintegrative disc disease.
Ouch.
And arthritis. And they're like, well, you'll live with it.
Yep. You are skinny, Jeremy.
Ouch.
But that's...
All right, my chair is being unruly right now.
Sorry about that, guys. That was my mum. I kind of had to take those ones.
Your mum needs to learn timing, woman.
Yeah, it was. Jen, if I tell you it was a typical conversation, you'll understand what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hypoglycemic. That's right.
Singlet. Shorts every night. I think my son burns through sugar a lot.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
It's possibly he does.
He grabbed one of these the other day. I about had a heart attack. I was like, oh no, please, no, 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 no. Put the
Kenzie
Pepsi
only
down.
drinks water, flavored milk, or Milo. That's it. She does not like soft drinks at all. She doesn't like the sensation of the bubbles.
Oh,
which is probably a good thing.
we got really lucky. The other day he was looking through YouTube and he found this thing on how good water is for you. So he's drinking a lot more water. I'm like, yeah, okay, yes, you can watch that one.
Yeah, Kenzie drinks 2 liters of water easily a day, at least. Plus, she has about 3 liters of Milo. And that's got Milo is like a malt drink, but it's got lots of nutrients in it.
Like a breakfast drink almost.
Yeah. So she'll drink that, and she'll have it hot in winter and cold in summer. Excuse me. And occasionally she'll have flavored milk. Flavored milk's not very often. Mainly the Milos and the water. She's off to the zoo today.
Ooh.
Awesome.
I'm gutted I couldn't.
There was a zoo around here.
I would love to have gone once again.
Let's see, the closest zoo is a 7-hour drive one way.
Holy heck.
It would be over in Denver.
Our closest zoo here is actually Steve Irwin's Australia Zoo.
That would be cool.
We've got 2. We've got Werribee and, I mean, I know there's more than 2, but the main one's Werribee and Melbourne.
Melbourne's better than Werribee.
Yeah. Okay, Sarah. No, Jeremy, she doesn't have a camera. I thought long and hard about whether I was going to send it to her, and I spoke to her teacher, and she said she didn't feel that it was a safe enough environment with all the kids there and not enough, like she's not going to have one-on-one supervision. Mm-hmm. So we agreed not to let her take the camera, but she does have her phone with her. So I'll check her phone later, see if she's taken any photos.
See, that's what they can promise us up here is somebody to be with him the whole time. New.
There's like 3 that she has to look after at the same time. So I really don't think I can see that. But the camera is something we will get out together. So has anyone told you how mean I was to them last night on the room chat again?
No.
So Carrie, I have my Home of Rose Profit Creations group, and on there we've set up a diamond painting room where people go hang out, diamond paint, which just shoots breeze. It's just like one massive constant whip and chat.
And it's a safe place.
It's a safe place. Anything that's said there stays there. And it's just a room to hang out for people who get lonely or just want a friend to hang out with or whatever. Like I don't live alone, but I still go there. Obviously, I go there. That's the link there. So we kind of think. So last night or early hours this morning, couldn't sleep. I was sharing birthday cakes that I'd made.
Oh, you meanie.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. And then we got onto portrait photography. So I showed them some of my more professional work at the portraits stuff. So we had some fun.
Had to move my camera around. It's okay.
I got a ring today, Stace. I've been really busy and I've been trying to hold off, but I think she had her test yesterday, so I'll ring today.
Yes, it is. It's the craft version of Fight Club.
I like that.
So, come on.
First rule of the club, nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been dehydrated today.
Powerade is good.
And it's up over a mountain.
Yeah, it can stay there.
We have to drive up over the mountain, go get groceries, drive up over the mountain back. In the winter, sometimes we can't get over it.
Oh my goodness. And I suppose you can't get deliveries either.
Nope.
So how often do
I shop about once a month, and I keep enough food in my freezer and cupboards for at least a month, maybe 2, just in case we can't get down. Last summer, they had the road closed because we had brush fires, so you can't get down there. And then in the winter, they had it closed because we got so much snow, so we couldn't get down there. So it's my safety. I suppose we could still go down, but that's a 4-hour one-way trip.
Oh, it's a
Because
lot.
we'd have to go around the mountain, but no.
You need a helicopter.
I need my
Private jet.
food. And
You need a green helicopter.
we live up here because my husband's work is up here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would be gone all the time, and I don't want that. I didn't marry him for him to be gone.
Yeah, understand that.
So we moved up here. It's a nice little town. Everybody's nosy.
All small towns are nosy. Oh, I've lived in a few. I understand.
Everybody's nosy.
Did
I
you
think
have
this
to
has been-
start yawning, woman?
Sorry, it's the medication's kind of kicking a bit.
That's okay.
And I've only had 5 hours sleep because I sat up talking too long. I had a nap yesterday afternoon and then I couldn't sleep.
Then you need to get yourself a nap.
Yeah, that's why I'm snuggled on the couch and I've literally on the couch with a blanket. So.
How does
Well, let's
that go
go.
with my boy?
No, it's not
Mm.
for you. Now I know what happens. Okay, so we've had this issue where Cola's been stealing the cat food. Couldn't understand how when it sits on the freezer. Now I know. Come here.
Mm.
Yep. The cat knocks it down and teases Cola with it. Come on.
That's amazing.
Come sit with Mama.
Oh, what do you mean? How does Dad go with boy? With my boy? I don't understand English. I don't.
How is Dad with autism? I think is what she's asking.
He's learning. It's a big curve. He said one of the greatest things that helped him of all things wasn't the books because he's like, he doesn't really like reading that much.
Yeah.
He watched, it's called The Good Doctor, and it's on.
Yep.
Yeah. And he watched that, and it really gave him an insight to what the boy was thinking and stuff.
Have you seen that, Rose?
No, I've watched a couple of episodes and because it's not very relevant to see, I just didn't watch it. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Kenzie's also got 4p11 duplication, which is genetic in her chromosomes, and it affects her IQ, for lack of a better word, and her development. So Kenzie's never going to lead a normal life. We know this. We are hopeful, but
well, they're saying my son is at mentally 3.5 right now, and he's
I'd say a
8.
little bit higher. He's very intelligent. I'd say
Yeah.
definitely a little bit higher.
That's
I think
what I
they
was
got that
thinking.
wrong.
But they're like, no, he's a 3.5. I'm like, no, you don't know how smart he is, though. He can read really well.
Yeah, Kenzie's the same.
He
Kenzie's
can't
IQ
hold
is
a
at 60.
pencil.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Okay. At 8, Kenzie, we had a special pencil with a pencil, like a bigger grip for Kenzie that helped. So it might be something. You can get them on Amazon. Probably already got one.
I know about some.
Yeah, we used those with Kenzie. But Kenzie was barely writing at 8.
You got peace.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah. And it helps them to hold their pencil better.
That's what we got. We're hoping that they will help out better.
Yeah.
Right now, he can type. He can type full sentences.
Yeah.
And he can read fourth,
Okay,
almost fifth grade.
yeah. Kenzie's been reading since she was like 3 or 4. And I remember the school telling me, oh, no, she can't read. I was like, want to bet? And I showed them she can read. She's very quiet when she reads out loud, which is very weird.
Ah, sorry, there was something smelling. My incense apparently opened up in that cupboard. It smells
Just
good.
my house needs to be smelling good. It's not right now. Need to clean.
When I start making the candles, it smells like for lack of a better term, a French whorehouse. I did
My
bring that.
favorite scent, aromatherapy wise, is Lang Lang. I love Lang Lang. It's like my favorite. So if Kenzie gets into candle making, I might look at making some Lang Lang. I love.
I don't know what that is. It smells
It's
good.
it's a natural flower, but it has this very very sweet smell. It's really nice.
I'll have to look into that.
It's spelled Ylang, Ylang. It's beautiful.
Might have some of that somewhere.
I
Maybe.
used to, before I used because I've got a vacuum that's a steam mop as well. When I used a normal one, the air filters, I used to sprinkle a couple of drops in it. So whenever I vacuumed, it would go through the house. Are you eating chocolate, Jen? Where's mine?
Chaffers. It's on the way.
Where's my orange balls?
I got a perfume the other day. This one here.
Hmm?
I'm going to get some and send it to you.
Yeah.
It's Egyptian musk.
Ooh.
It is gorgeous.
This is what we do. We feed each other's addictions. Like, yeah.
Yep, that happens to us too.
If one of us has to go down the rabbit hole, both of us have to go down it.
Like my diner collection that keeps growing.
That's what I meant to check.
We call them they that shall not be named. That's the nickname we have for that company. They who shall not.
It's quiet. I will be right back.
All right. I bet you do, Angie.
I've got to see how many I can get. I'm going to get some sent to me for some lucky people. It's gorgeous smelling.
Economic diamond painting pen's meant to be arriving today.
What, the one you sent me,
Yeah, my one's meant to be arriving today because I'm in like one of the main hubs. I always get mine a couple of days earlier than you. Sometime before 8 p.m. they said. Let's have a look.
I love when people send me. I love when people send me questions, but they send them to me in Dutch or German or some other language.
Yeah.
It's like my phone won't translate it.
No, that's a pain in the butt.
Sorry, I'm trying to check on an order we put through the other day.
So he figured out how to turn on the grill.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Aren't they just lovable?
That's great.
Oh, Kath, I bet. Pick me up on the way, Angie. That's not the safest place to be right now.
I want to go to Egypt someday.
Me too.
I've always had an interest in Egypt since I was a little kid.
I'm frozen. Apparently, I'm sexy. This is as good as it's going to get today, guys. I'm sorry. My chest is really sore.
I hate to do this. He's starting to get into things, so I better get
Oh,
going.
go. No. You don't need to apologize.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
I really appreciate it.
thank you for coming. And we're happy for a whip and chat sometime.
Oh, yeah. I'll always be up for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, you've got to make sure he's safe.
Yeah,
yeah.
you go do what you got to do, love. And I will catch up with you later. And if you need to reach out later on today, just reach out. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, love.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Kath, that's an interesting picture. So that's pretty much our last official guest for the Autism Awareness Month.
Yes.
Mm.
So let me ask people something. I often see people running events, and I don't think anyone else has run an event quite like this. We like to be a little bit unusual, a little bit different. How do people like the events being run like this, with having different perspectives of guest speakers come in and that sort of thing? Sorry, I'm also tracking something at the same time.
Is it what I think it is?
Heck yeah.
The big one or the sample?
No, I haven't done the sample yet.
Okay. So that's the big one.
It's the order that I put in on 25th.
Yep. Mm. You guys like it? Likes it? Susie likes it. Do you feel it raises more awareness and more understanding for you guys? I know some of you have found it very hard emotionally. We do, Kath. We do. Awesome, Angie. Awesome.
See, if we are going to, when we run events, we like to run them a little bit different and have guest speakers on and show you people, instead of just, it's good to run events where people diamond paint, but events like this, it needs to be all around awareness, and we need to have people on that can bring you the awareness that you need. Exactly, Amber. Exactly.
That's what we're trying to do, and break the stigmas. Mm.
And this goes for our event in September, the bullying event. If people want to come on and talk about their experiences, please let us know, because we are going to be running that in September. I'm just trying to think of what else there is, upcoming events that we will be able to do more like this.
Yeah, Jeremy, I know my story has obviously rendered me sick sharing. Well, it's not the only reason, it's one of many triggers that I've had this last month. But I know emotionally some of you have found especially those who are close to Kenzie, I know you found her story very hard. But this is the reality of it, though. And if we hide it, then you guys don't understand some of the things that we talk about, or why we do the things we do, or the way that we do things and things like that. And it just helps you guys understand. And if it can make one person a little bit more passionate about a child having a meltdown in a supermarket, then it's a good thing.
If it can take that stigma away from, that's just,
Yeah.
Because my mum's theory was, with my grandson, he's autistic, and my mum's theory, when he was a screamer. Now, he could crack glass with the way he screamed. He would squeal when he screamed, and it was constant. My mum's answer to that was, from what she'd had learnt behaviour, was he screamed smacking.
Mm.
And my daughter's like, no, I'm not going to smack him just because he's squealing. This is what he does. This is him. So if we can change people's perception that if some poor mother's in a supermarket having a child who's having a meltdown and screaming their head off, if we can change people's perception to have a little bit more tolerance and perhaps have the heart to go up to a mother who's having that problem, instead of judging and going, excuse me, is there anything we can do to help you? That upsets me too, Amber. And over here, there is a fair few different services, I think. But it sounds to me like in the US, and I'm not sure about other parts of the world, but the services aren't there. And whereas they need to be, because it's not something that has been brought on by something you have done yourself. This is something that's brought on by life events. There needs to be understanding. There needs to be the services available so people, regardless of where they are, can access those services.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's that time of the day.
And very much is so.
Rose, honey, we're all going to be here for you through that
That's
process.
right.
And if you need us, we're just a message away.
Yeah, if you need to talk, you can always talk to people in here. You know that there are a number of people in here that do understand the processes, that do understand what you're going through. So yeah.
And especially as an adult, Angie, it is. It's not so difficult as when you've got a kid who's been diagnosed, but an adult being diagnosed is very difficult throughout the world. Oh, thank you for coming, Gemmy.
Yes, thank you very much for coming, Gemmy.
Thank you, love. Yeah, I'm working on it. I've just got to do a bit of self-care. Ironically, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and my mental health broke.
Awesome, Jeremy.
See, that's it. That's exactly. Sometimes that's all it takes, Jeremy. And it's awesome that you did that. Yeah, it can be very daunting, Roses, to start with, but we're here for you. I don't know much about Australia services. It's something I'm still learning myself, but the rest of it, I'm quite happy to help. They can, Amber, they can. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be 1st of June my time, Angie, because I've got, unless you do it on your channel, because I've got Kenzie's got her vaccines under supervision on the 31st.
And I've got my car getting fixed.
I know, Chris. I thank you for that. I'm all right. It's just the chest pains are very scary. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say they're not, because they are. But I'm doing everything I need to do. I had a really great doctor ring me last night and explain a few things, and even admitted that my hives are caused by the vaccine, which was very nice to have validated finally. It's been a lot of answers, and I've still got to have my heart checks done, but he truly believes that it's connected to PTSD. So,
well, just at least we know you have a heart.
I do. I saw it, and I even saw it beating, and I saw all my valves in my aorta, and it was really, really cool, actually. Got to hear my heartbeat and hear my valves go. They all seem to be working, so
Well,
the
that's
blood
good.
looked like it was flowing through okay. So I'm assuming it's gone okay. I'm trying not to stress about it. I've got to try and calm
So
down as
you're
much.
not like the Tin Man. You've actually got a heart.
I know, exactly. I
Yeah,
know,
I
I'm
know,
human.
Sarah.
Who would have thought?
We all thought she was robotic. No, a Time Lord.
No, but no, I've only got one heart. I don't have two. Time Lords have two hearts. Mm. Well, it looked normal size on the scan, Chris.
Yeah, so guys, I will be on tonight. It's just I really injured my back last night, so I had to really take it easy.
Please tell me that's been fixed today, or I'm going to send a whole freaking big roll of bubble wrap up to you.
It just depends. He's only just got home from work now at 11 o'clock in the morning from late last night.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'm
not
trying
a side.
to avoid walking on there.
Sarah, I just got the update. That's awesome, love. I will respond to you personally later. I know. She's got no idea. She's got no idea what's coming for her birthday. She's not allowed to go
Well, I
snooping.
don't realise now I don't have to wait long. I thought I had longer than what I do.
We want to show you that we love you and we value you. So you're just going to be quiet and let us do this and suck it up, buttercup. And those that I haven't contacted, if you want to know what's going on and want to be a part of it, drop me a message. I'll give you the inside scoop. Or pop into the room later. Oh, nice, Tessa. I can't wait to see it. Someone else is doing Kenzie Fury too at the moment. I can't remember who.
Just remember, Kath, revenge is beautiful. And
We know where you live too.
I know where all of you live. And revenge is a dish best served cold.
I'm not scared. I can honestly say it doesn't involve a naked fireman. Yeah, I got it, love. It's awesome news. I like glitter too. I've got lots of it sitting in like my nail jars. Awesome, Chris. Move over. I'm bringing the bourbon. Mm.
The thing is, Rose, do I wait 2 weeks and see, or do I send it now?
Send it now. For Rose's sake. No, Kath, it just means it's not a naked fireman.
Hey, he doesn't have to be a fireman.
It's all right, Rose. Buzz me. I'll fill you in. She's not allowed to know. It's all she knows is something's happening. That's all she needs to know. She knows roughly.
I do like surprises, so
Yeah.
I'm just a little scared.
No, don't be scared.
I just do not want to have a big glittery mess to clean up because that stuff's a bitch to get out of everything.
No, it's glow in the dark drills, love. Now she's going to kill me.
Oh, yeah.
No, you go rest, Amber, honey. Take it easy. Yeah, message me later. Yeah, I'm sending her a box of glow in the dark, so it's going to explode.
And it better not be something like that stand that you sent Gracie. The storage.
The wine storage.
So you do. You're in trouble, woman.
No,
That's okay.
right.
I have already have wine storage in this unit. Thank you. Chris, trust and you in one sentence? No, don't work, mate.
It's all right. sometime in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing matching box reveals, box check-ins.
Okay, I got to go because my lunch has arrived. And
I've
you've
got
got
it.
to go rest, woman.
Yeah, I've got to find something for me to. I was going to have leftover pizza, but Honey said we'll have that for dinner tonight. So now I've got to find. Not this time.
That was not fun.
We'll be checking each other's boxes. We will. I haven't even been in my studio, so I can honestly say it's not been touched.
You didn't tell me Chris was checking your box.
Yeah, daily. Hey, has Mr. Kalasa been in today?
No, I haven't seen him yet.
All right, I will go send him a hug and make sure he's okay. Yeah, we're good. We're logging off, Stacey.
Yeah. I'm just in pain with my back. I stretched the wrong way.
Yeah, I will be in the room sometime today. I just don't know when. I've got some.
And I've got paperwork to finish.
Yeah. So, haere guys. Kia kaha. Stay strong. Stay safe. Love hard. Bless your bums. Thanks for a great live.
Yeah.
And we love you guys so
I
much.
will be on tonight, people, 6:30 my time. If anyone wants to come on and shoot the shit, that's fine. Okay, you can bring Olive into the chat if you want, Stace.
I might pop in briefly tonight, but I'll see how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, people, you have a good day, night, wherever you are in the world, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.